If you've been discarded by an avoidant partner, it is a very, very painful experience. It could be an abrupt discard that blindsided you out of nowhere, or it could have been a slow fade where this person just fades away slowly and slowly and slowly until they either cut it off or they just ghost you altogether. It's a very painful experience. Going into no contact is crucial for a multitude of reasons. First, it is the mature way to handle a breakup. This person has asked for the breakup. They've asked for the relationship to end. And you are doing the mature adult thing by giving them the breakup. When you are no longer chasing, no longer pursuing, no longer reaching out, you are giving this person the breakup that they asked for. That is the mature adult thing to do. Now, let's not forget that no contact with the avoidant is crucial for your own healing purposes. Your brain is going through an oxytocin and a dopamine withdrawal. Those are the feel-good hormones that go off in your brain when you're with your partner. That's what helps you bond. They hit the same neuroreceptors that drugs like heroin do. It's an abrupt cutoff to that oxytocin, an abrupt cutoff to that dopamine. Your brain is going through an absolute withdrawal, and your subconscious mind views your ex as the only solution to get back to that feel-good, happy place. Allowing time will ease the withdrawal symptoms, time apart, which means not reaching out, not chasing, not pursuing. The no contact period will also allow you time to understand what happened, to understand the ex's attachment wounds, to understand why they behave the way they do, to not personalize their behavior, to recognize that avoidant behavior is the result of somebody who had emotional neglect as a child. You didn't cause that. It's a reflection of their unhealed attachment wounds. It's a reflection of their choices as well as their character. It's a reflection of their traumas. It's not a reflection of anything you did, because you cannot make anybody discard anybody. You can't make anybody discard you. You can't make anybody behave in a certain way. You can only control your own actions. And taking no contact gives you a period to truly understand both emotionally and intellectually what happened. Because when you get to that level of understanding, it becomes easier to heal and to let go. Ultimately, it's going to hurt. Being discarded is a very painful experience, and it is perfectly normal to feel the hurt. But you do have a fork in the road. You can either choose to go down the path of more suffering and prolonging it, or you can shorten the duration of your suffering. No contact will help you shorten the duration of your suffering. It will still hurt, but you're taking a healthy choice because you're respecting your own dignity. Let's not forget that. Your own dignity. You gave this person your all. You gave this person your everything. You gave them all of your love, all of your effort, all of your commitment. You gave them your time. You gave them yourself. They did not give that to you in return. They viewed you as an option. They treated you as such. And know your worth. Because when you chase and beg and plead with somebody who has discarded you in such a cold and callous manner, you are sending yourself the subconscious message that it's okay to treat you this way, that this kind of treatment's okay, and you're also telling yourself that you won't stand up for yourself when needed, that you don't respect yourself enough to stay away when someone treats you that way, that it's okay to treat yourself that way. And what you're doing is you're pushing yourself into further insecurity when you allow that kind of treatment of yourself. It pushes you into further anxiety. It doesn't help you become more secure. It doesn't help you heal. So take that time to truly understand that this is not your fault. It just absolutely isn't. You can take the time to work on personal growth, work on becoming more secure, find a new hobby, or improve at a current hobby. Have a fitness goal, a goal at work. Work towards achieving something, because the goal and working towards it, that progress, that process, it actually gives you a dopamine reward when you're working towards an actual goal. And that dopamine from that work will actually help you feel better, and it will help you heal. So more important than anything else, no contact allows you to heal, to move on, and to become a healthier and whole version of yourself. Now, no contact is also beneficial for the avoidant because you are not enabling them. You are making sure that they get the message that they can't just treat someone like this and expect to have this person as a permanent option. That people are not options, that this behavior isn't okay, that they can actually experience the consequences of their actions, which is truly losing somebody because of their actions. When you chase them, you're enabling them. You're sending them the message that they can discard you and still always have you as an available option in their back pocket. What incentive is there for the avoidant to change? What incentive is there for them to work on themselves if they can do this to somebody and always have that person as an option? There's no incentive to change. It's like a kid that sticks their hand in the cookie jar and steals the cookies. If the parents don't say anything, if they don't do anything, what incentive is there for the child to stop stealing the cookies? There is no incentive. That child is enabled by the parents doing nothing. However, when the parents take action, suddenly there is an incentive to stop stealing the cookies. That's what no contact is doing. You are now giving the avoidant an incentive to work on themselves because you're allowing them to actually experience the consequences of their actions and experience the loss. Initially, when you go into no contact with an avoidant, they are feeling a sense of relief because they are no longer pressured. They are no longer pressured to be something for you. They're no longer being pressured to be emotionally available for you. They're not pressured to give anything of themselves to you. They're feeling relief because when they discard a partner, they take their feelings for their partner and they bury them deep. They suppress those feelings. They don't allow themselves to experience their feelings. They bury them. They run from them. That's what avoidants do. They avoid. They avoid problems and they avoid processing their feelings. So they're feeling initial relief, but as time goes on and you're maintaining no contact with this person, well, suddenly it feels safe because they're no longer being pressured to be something for you. They're no longer being pressured to be emotionally available or vulnerable for you or give anything of themselves to you. So it is now safe for them to start accessing their feelings again. And those feelings for you that they had buried, they'll start to unbury them and feel them. And that's when they can really truly begin to miss you. Human beings are motivated by scarcity. You have made yourself in scarce supply. That's why sites like Amazon, they'll put 1 left in stock, 2 left in stock, is to generate a scarcity mindset. People want to buy something more if they feel they may not be able to get it in the future. Take COVID, for example. Look at the toilet paper issue during COVID. Everybody was rushing to the stores to get toilet paper because they were afraid they wouldn't be able to get any. Scarcity really drives demand. When you make yourself scarce by putting yourself into no contact, you are making yourself in higher demand. You are now a more valuable commodity. And subconsciously, the avoidant will feel this way. You will suddenly become more valuable. You're not chasing them. You're not pursuing them. And this will add to their sense of loss because you might not be available to them in the future. They may have potentially lost you for good. And that can really add fuel to the fire. You're allowing them to experience the loss. That's ultimately what you're allowing them to do. People want what they can't have. And this applies to avoidance as well. You are allowing them to experience life without you. You are allowing them to experience the loss of you. Now, they're going to go into curiosity stage. This is when they're noticing that you are not pursuing them. You're not chasing them like they expected you to do. They're now starting to feel that loss. They're noticing that you're in scarce supply. They will start to look at your social media, watch your stories, put out little breadcrumbs to see if you still want them. Just to get that confirmation and that validation that you are still an available option to them. Don't take the bait. Because if you take the bait, you're giving them the validation that you are still an available option. And now there is no incentive for them to do any further work to try to get you back. Do not take the breadcrumbs. Only respond to this person if they reach out in a meaningful way. Now, don't ignore them. Ignoring them is ghosting them, and that's what an avoidant would do to you. That is immature behavior. You are not obligated by any stretch of the imagination to take this person back. You might have gone down your healing journey and decided that you deserve better than this, that you don't want to risk your heart again. If you do want to give this person another chance, that's certainly up to you. But regardless of whether you want to give this person another chance or not, no contact is by far the healthiest way to go about things for yourself. And it also just so happens to be effective at getting an avoidant to regret their decision. Now, once they've passed that curiosity stage and you haven't taken the breadcrumbs, that's when the real fear of loss can kick in, and this person can reach out to you almost desperately in an attempt to rekindle the relationship, saying how much of a mistake they made, how sorry they are for what they did. If you do want to get this person back, if you do want to give this another chance, at this point, it is very crucial that you don't just take this person back with open arms. You don't just sweep it under the rug like the discard never happened. You don't want to get discarded again, and you certainly don't want to send the message that discarding you is okay. You can be open to taking this person back, but conditionally, not unconditionally. You can say something along the lines of, well, I'm open to getting back together, but this is what I would need to see from you. And then you lay out some boundaries, some ground rules. And those ground rules could be things along the lines of, I need to see you in therapy with a psychotherapist that specializes in attachment. I need to see you accountable for your behavior. I need to see true ownership of the way I was hurt. I need to see a commitment to better communication. No more disappearing. No more pulling away. No more ghosting. I need you to be an active participant in the relationship. See if this person can actually commit and follow through with the change. You are not obligated to just take them back desperately, because if you do, you are sending them the message that discarding you is okay and that you are indeed an available option. If you lay out the ground rules, take it slowly, and take them back conditionally, what you are doing is you are sending them the message that getting you back is not a guarantee, that they could potentially lose you, and they need to actually mind their P's and Q's. They need to actually respect your wants and needs in order to earn you back into the relationship and to earn your trust back. Because keep in mind, trust is earned when someone's behaviors match their words. The words and behaviors have to match. That's what trust is based on. When the avoidant discarded you, they broke the trust. There is trust that is needed in a relationship, that you are both in it together and that you will communicate with each other and you don't just discard each other. Discarding is a breach of trust, and this person has to earn your trust back. You are under no obligation to just give it to them. If you do, again, you are enabling this person. You are sending them the message that this behavior was okay. And you're setting yourself up for future, very brutal, painful heartache. Because believe me, it hurts just as much the second, the third, the fourth time that the avoidant discards you. Now, if they do agree to these ground rules, that's a good sign. But I would hold their feet to the fire. Make sure that they are following through with what they say. Are they actually going to therapy? Are they actually communicating better? Are they prioritizing you? Or are they still treating you like an option? If they don't follow through with what they say, it may be necessary to walk away for your own self-respect, for your own boundaries, because if you allow them to treat you in a way that you don't deserve after you've taken them back, again, you're sending yourself the message that you can't even rely on yourself to hold your boundaries and it's okay to treat you this way. That only hurts you. And it doesn't help the avoidant either, because again, it sends them the message that it's okay to treat someone this way, that it's okay to treat you this way, and that they can get away with this kind of behavior. Now, if the avoidant does not agree to the ground rules, if they are not willing to take ownership of their behavior, if they aren't willing to do things like therapy, if they are not willing to commit to better communication, if they only want to sweep it under the rug like it never happened, you're just setting yourself up to be hurt again if you take this person back. It's not easy to do, but having the strength to walk away sometimes can be the most powerful thing that you can do for yourself, because you're sending yourself the message that you matter. your wants, your needs, your feelings, they absolutely do matter, because they do. If you allow this person back anyway, you are sending yourself so many negative messages, and you're pushing yourself further into insecurity. A healthy person, a person that cares about you, will respect your boundaries. Your boundaries being what you want, what you don't want, what you need, what you don't need, what you'll tolerate, what you won't tolerate. Setting these boundaries with the avoidant when they try to come back is crucial. And if they truly regret their actions, if they truly regret discarding you, then they will respect your boundaries, that they will work towards respecting your boundaries, and they will show the effort. If this person is still self-focused, only thinking of themselves, only thinking of their own perceived wants and needs, they're not going to respect your boundaries, and the odds are they are going to hurt you again. Avoidance can heal. They can become secure partners, but they have to want it. And sometimes experiencing the loss of you can be the wake-up call that an avoidant needs to actually do the work, to become a healthier, more secure partner. They can do it, but it's up to them. You can't force it, because you can't fix anybody. It's the old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Same thing applies with an avoidant. I liken it to an alcoholic, for example. Now, an alcoholic can become sober. They absolutely can. Or they can keep drinking. But the alcoholics that want to become sober are the ones who do become sober. They have to want it. The ones who want to keep drinking are going to keep drinking. Same thing applies with avoidance. The ones who want to heal, the ones who want to become secure, are the ones who will do it. The ones who don't want to work on themselves, that don't want to self-reflect, that don't want to do the difficult work, they're not going to. And this person is going to tell you a lot when they try to come back. Are they coming back just wanting everything swept under the carpet? Or are they coming back with a purpose, truly committed to working on themselves? Ultimately, what you decide to do is up to you. But no contact is the healthiest thing that you can do, regardless of your goal. Whether it's just to heal and move on, or try to rekindle the relationship. No contact is absolutely the way to go. Chasing, begging, pleading, it hurts you, and it pushes that person further away because it pressures them. You are reducing your own dignity. You are demeaning your own self-worth when you're chasing, when you're begging, when you're pleading. Don't do that. Respect yourself enough to go into no contact. And if you do want this person back, no contact is good for that too. But most importantly, no contact is essential for your own healing and your own mental well-being.